Hey YouTube, I'm Rick from Look Now TV. Check out this awesome video. Hey guys, Rick from Look Now TV here. I got some great UFO videos today. Hey guys, we're going to open up with this drone footage. It is Halloween here in the US. If you're not watching in the USA, happy Halloween from the US. I got a lot of viewers abroad all around the world. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is a drone camera. There's going to be more in this show if you missed it. There's going to be 5 UFOs caught on drone cameras coming up later in this show. So guys, this is brand new. This is October 31st, 2016. And what we have here is very interesting. At first, you're going to see that UFO flyby close to the camera. Below that, you'll see something small. That right there. That could be a bird. Arguably, that could be a bird. That's why we're not going to focus on that, because we have something much more closer to the camera to analyze, and we're going to take a really good look at this because it is so close to the camera and it does have a shape, and we see no flapping wings. It is not a bird. I'm in between giving candy out here, guys, so if the doorbell rings, I'm going to keep rolling because it is Halloween. So guys, I do editorialize myself. I say that often. If you hear a skip or a jump, I'm doing this live in the editing software, so let's do the process of elimination. So we have to look for real UFO evidence. The story will be in the video description below. This is really good because it is so close. We see no evidence of it being a bird. We saw no wings flapping, and I like to say some of these things look like fluffy sometimes, where they could be cattails or some type of seed flying in the sky in a very mountainous region or over farms, but this is definitely very interesting. Got to be classified as a UFO. I can throw my theories out there and my opinions, and you're welcome to have your opinion. Please leave your opinion in the comments below. That's why we're all here. I cannot say that's a bird. I see seagulls often. I live by the water. All types of birds. I've been all around the world. I don't know what that is. Now, are we being hoaxed? Is this somebody just uploading a story to MUFON? He has his friend flying a modified drone to fool us. You got to think of everything when you see these things, because you get to see UFO activity from a different space, from a new technology, drones flying around that commercially are available to everybody now. So what's going on here? We have no doubt about it, UFO. We can only speculate as to what it might be. It's a light color. It almost looks like, let's go in reverse here, like an X-Wing fighter from Star Wars. It sounds funny to compare something like that, but it does have the attributes of something with wings. It's moving with purpose. It flies by. It's really awesome to open up the video with that. And I just want to say this video is brought to you by Toxic Ghost Videos. I'm promoting myself because nobody else will promote me, so I have to promote myself. I have another channel. I'm celebrating Halloween. I uploaded a found footage feature film. If you like scary movies, that will be in the information button, or maybe I'll put it at the end of the video and you can check it out, have a laugh or get scared or whatever. It's my first horror feature. I'm sharing it on YouTube. Check it out. Let me know what you think of it. This is a really good drone UFO video. I will put this in one of my countdown videos of drones capturing UFO videos. I love doing that stuff. There's one featured in this video, and if you guys missed anything, because sometimes you guys miss the footage that I have on this channel, and you guys will miss some things. So if there's some things that you saw, or you might have missed all the videos in this show, in this video right here, most of them are from October 2016. So sit tight, buckle up, and enjoy it. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and let's just watch everything. And we're looking for real UFO evidence, and I'm pulling out everything. I'm pulling out the technology. I got a bunch of plugins I use, and we're going to analyze these videos together right here. It's kind of interactive, and I'm glad to have you. So the original source on this was from MUFON. Very interesting. I cannot say if this is a balloon or some type of drone with something hanging on it, modified. And I also cannot tell you this is CGI. If I did think it was any of these, I would show you why. I would back my opinion up with an example, and I don't have any idea what this could be, so it is definitely an unidentified flying object. So it's hovering in the sky here. I don't know why the person stopped recording. Maybe his camera just failed. Sometimes you hit a button by mistake too. That happened to me before. Whether it's a phone or a camera, this is most likely a cell phone. You got the vertical and horizontal. This is obviously a vertical shot, so it's most likely a phone that wasn't turned around to be horizontal. Very interesting. I'll put it through an X-ray filter, see if we can get a shape. I cannot prove without a doubt that this is anything other than a genuine unidentified flying object. So that's what I'm going to classify this as. Whether that means it's alien, whether that means it's something unknown and mysterious, guys. That's what I'm saying it is. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Everyone sees things differently. It's good to be analytical about this stuff and approach the genuine UFO evidence with an open mind. I try to do that. Someone captures an object on video flying through the sky in upstate New York. Let's check it out.
Someone tell what that is. There's not a drone.
So this is upstate New York. This guy does a great job. Another cell phone capture, I believe. It's flying really fast with purpose. I'm looking for a wing. There is a hint of a darkness in the middle, and I've seen a lot of planes from far away, and sometimes they can be misidentified for something other than a plane, but I'm not quite sure if this is a plane, a drone, or just something extraordinary. I think this is a really good UFO video.
Someone tell what that is.
As I'm looking at it right now, as I'm recording this voiceover, I'm in the editing program and checking this out. Now, in the past, I have done this, and much to my surprise, I do end up identifying something right here while I'm recording, and it's a genuine reaction. And I leave it in there because I want to show you guys I'm open and transparent with this stuff. Yeah, this is really interesting. It's moving really fast. So there's this viral video from China people are linking me into. People want to know, hey Rick, is this real or is it fake? Let's take a look. Okay guys, this video is obviously from China. I'm going to tell you right now, let's look at this really closely. There's a mistake. Uh-oh, look at this, guys. Uh-oh. See, when you track something in After Effects, I use After Effects CC. The object is not tracked right, so that's why you get that jump. You see, it doesn't look natural. It's not moving properly. There's like a skip. So that's red flag number 1 right there. See that? That's a problem right there. Boom. Furthermore, I want to back this up with something else. I do editorialize myself sometimes. Something's not quite right. It gets glitchy. There's a thing called rotoscoping in After Effects. You see that? There's a little space, so you can see that right there. There's something not right. That's because this is CGI. I'm just saying someone created this. There is enough evidence right there, 100%, without a doubt. CGI, don't be fooled. A Look Now TV viewer wrote me, I checked out his channel and look what I found. Is this a UFO? Let's check it out. Some people misidentify UFOs for balloons, and also some people can misidentify Spider-Man for a UFO if it was far enough, but we can obviously see this is Spider-Man. So guys, sometimes we gotta have some fun here. This was off of a Look Now TV viewer's YouTube channel. Go to his channel, check it out. I thought this was really funny. I wanted to show it to you guys. Okay guys, so you don't see me introducing this video on camera because I already wrapped that out. Stay tuned to the very end of the video and you'll see a little behind the scenes of Look Now TV. So Ian sent me this at the last minute. I said, let me take a look at this. It was very interesting. I appreciate that. Thanks for sending this in. This is from England. There's definitely a UFO, unidentified flying object. I'm analyzing this. I'm checking this out. At first I thought, okay, maybe someone's trying to hoax me. Someone's got like a lens flare and they're bouncing the lens flare off something. But no, this is actually real. It's there. I'm going to actually put some stabilization on it coming up with some filters. It looks like the only thing I could think of, maybe it's two balloons tied together, but I can't be 100% sure on that. So this has to be classified for me as a UFO. It's my opinion. You're entitled to yours. And that's why we're here. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Good job. And he's holding this. I don't know what he's shooting this on. I think he has a video camera. I'm not quite sure. It could be a cell phone camera. I didn't get that information, but really good stuff right there. This is a UFO flying over the Bristol Channel. Supposedly, this is invisible to the naked eye. It needed thermal cameras to be seen. South of Wales police are at a loss. They have no idea what this object could be, from what I'm reading here. And air traffic control couldn't detect it. So the mystery gets really deep because, according to the news reports, this was from a National Police Air Service helicopter FLIR camera by the pilot. However, the clip that you see here may have been copied. This is definitely not the original recording. I think it's recorded off of a screen. FLIR is a thermographic camera that senses infrared radiation. It has been reported that this UFO had heat and it traveled into the wind at 1,000 feet. Police comments were that the object wasn't visible in daytime mode, only in the camera's infrared mode. The clip was shared online by NPAS St. Anthony, the National Police Air Service based in South Wales. They explained to their Twitter followers that the footage was actually taken about 9:30 p.m. and it was pitch dark. The filming was set to black hot, which means there is heat coming off the craft. They also added, really difficult to judge the size, but we filmed it for just over 7 minutes as we were coming back into land, they added. Commenters have asked if it was a balloon or a lantern, but the pilot believes it wasn't. Look at this video again. It looks like an eyeball. I mean, check that out, guys. It's floating there. You have an experienced helicopter pilot. They said that this thing was not visible to the eye, that it was only picked up and could be seen on radar. I mean, this is really big. It's paramount, right? I'm surprised it's not covered by more people. Why? Maybe it's not sensational. It's not a giant UFO that looks like it's from that movie. What movie was that? Let's say Close Encounters, or the other new one, District 9 or whatever. Anyway, so this is a really important UFO case in my opinion, because we have a police helicopter pilot. We have witnesses. It looks like a round eyeball. It's very unique. There is no obvious signs of it being a drone. It's giving off heat. A thermal camera's picking up this object. It does look like an eye. If you go back to the Rendlesham Forest UFO event, I believe one of the witnesses said this thing looked like an eyeball. There's a connection there. So if you're going to do a little documentary and connect it all together, that would be interesting to investigate that. I mean, that is just extraordinary, because we have this object that's invisible and it's flying. A police helicopter picks it up. This should be major news. I mean, you have an object flying in our airspace that is not picked up on radar. It's only visible on a thermal camera that's mounted on a helicopter, and there's real witnesses that are law enforcement, and they say this is not a sky lantern, this is not a balloon. I mean, it's giving off heat. That should be looked at more. I highlighted this again today for those very reasons. It should be talked about. And you want to talk about getting real UFOs and real authentic sightings out there. Sometimes you just gotta look at the evidence when it's genuine, and we know it's genuine, and there's witness testimony and it's on video. This is important. Now, this UFO out of the window in Vietnam, and thanks for submitting this, is just very intriguing because it moves fast, it doesn't look like CGI, and I don't think it's a drone. This is an unidentified flying object, whatever it is. If you could debunk this, please let me know. So guys, what do you think about this? Is this a real UFO? Is this CGI? Is it a drone? What do you think? This is worthy of another look. Let's take a closer look at this UFO from Vietnam. It looks like it's out of a hotel window. I see a lot of people going to a hotel like in Las Vegas or something like this, and they'll shoot a light from inside of the hotel room and pass it off as a UFO. There's no way that this is coming from inside the hotel room, and it looks like it's a real UFO. That's why I'm excited about this one. Thanks a lot for linking me into this. So we see it fly by the window here. It moves backwards. I zoom it in. I'm looking for CGI. I'm looking for any lights, beacon lights blinking, any sign that maybe this is a drone. I have no idea what this is, guys. Let me know what you think it is. I really want to know. It gets everyone talking, and sometimes in the comment section we get a trend going of what people think it is, because everybody sees things differently, and sometimes we might even solve the mystery. Right now I classify that Vietnam UFO video as a real unidentified flying object. Las Vegas, Nevada. You see these two objects hovering in the sky. The people are excited that they're filming it. Take a look.
Let's see if I can zoom in. That's not zooming in. Let me take the window down. Here they are.
They're airplanes.
No, I don't think so.
I actually straightened the video out. There's a MUFON video out there, original links below, and I turned the video around. Here you see the original in the top left corner. Now, this could either be two things. When the sun rises and the sun sets, sometimes planes will look like UFOs when they have a little contrail on the end. I'm not saying that this is the case here. I cannot see wings. I zoom it in. I have no idea what these are, so I have to classify this as a real, true, unidentified flying object. What does that mean? In my opinion, it means it's not CGI. There's real world elements there. There's two objects, they're moving, and right now they cannot be identified. We can come up with opinions and say, hey, maybe it's a plane, they're too high up, we can't see their wings. That may be the case. So what do you guys think? Las Vegas UFOs, is that the real deal? Are these UFOs hovering over Nevada? Are they going back to Area 51? Someone submitted this plane video to me. They think they see something unusual. Also, they think they see two UFOs. Let's watch this. I'm going to tell you guys right now what I think this is. I'm not being accusatory. Some people don't know what they're looking at, and not everybody is a professional videographer, and not everybody looks for UFOs all the time, so maybe he doesn't know what this is. I fly a lot, and this is a contrail or chemtrail outside of a plane window. Sometimes you do see that. Those two dots right there, I believe that is dirt on the window. You could just tell when he's moving the camera around. That is on the window. It's two pieces of dirt. You see those on plane windows? If you focus in on that, that is exactly how it will look. So that is a contrail or chemtrail from another plane, and you do see that occasionally when you're flying, especially if you're just taking off or you're coming in for a landing, or if there's a lot of air traffic around where you're flying. I really appreciate you submitting that. I thought I just want to tell you that that's what I think it is. I don't think it's anything unusual, but it's still cool to look at. Brooklyn, this Brooklyn UFO sighting, the guy was kind enough to submit it to me right away. Watch this.
Oh shit, I'm running away. Yeah, they hit it.
I know there's a lot of air traffic in New York. I am from New York. I live in New York. I want you to know there's a thunderstorm. This is a beautiful shot. You see a light. It's not a star, and it's in Brooklyn where there's a lot of air traffic. You have JFK Airport. You have LaGuardia. Just keep that in mind. And drones are not going to be flying around so easily. There's a lot of rules now, and it's very dangerous because air traffic is coming and going. Now, this isn't behaving like the typical air traffic that I see in New York because I don't see any beacon lights flashing. The rules are these planes have to have flashing lights, and I don't see any evidence of that right here. It's just a light, it's moving, it's going into the clouds. Now, I do have to raise this question, is that ball lightning? That is a possibility, and it's very rare. I cannot tell you it's a plane. I could say it might be a plane, it might be a drone, but from what I see here, this is another unidentified flying object. It's really awesome. A beautiful shot there. It looks like it's heat lightning on an August summer day. This was submitted like last week. It was still August, and it's really nice to look at. This video is awesome, whether it's a hoax or whether it's real. I'm going to give you my opinion on this right now. Let's take a closer look. Whoa, so guys, do you think that is real, a UFO crash? I would love to tell you that that is real, but guys, unfortunately, I think this is a hoax, and this is why. Now, is this a viral video campaign for an upcoming independent film? Is it a TV show? Or maybe they took it from TV? This has all the signs of being produced. It looks like a production to me. It looks like a bunch of guys went out, they got these outfits, they hired some actors. Maybe if they would have dug on the beach, dug a hole and put that in the hole, that would have added a lot more realism to this. I think this is a hoax. A lot of people are asking me, what do you think about this? And it does look cool, and I'm applying fair use to this. A couple went away on holiday in the UK, and their home security camera captures this. Let's take a look. So this video right here is very intriguing. This is from the UK. The couple was on holiday, and a lot of these, this is an unscripted video, obviously. You're getting my natural reaction, my thoughts, as I am like in the program, literally editing this. So sometimes we get surprises, meaning that if I think something is real and then all of a sudden I think something is not real because there's evidence of trickery or CGI or a glitch in the UFO, something looks just not right, I will tell you. So that's how we usually do it here. When I say we, it's you and me and the whole community here, but it's Rick from Look Now TV. I'm not going to pretend we when it's just me right now. Okay guys, so this video is pretty interesting, so I'm going to pull this in for you. Let's explore, let's take a look at this. Now, I'm going to give you my opinion. You might have your opinion. I'm not suggesting or telling you this is ET, this is alien, but it is definitely a UFO because it is unidentified. But I'm going to throw some theories out there on what it might be. You see, it comes from the left to right. So we know this is not a meteor. It's impossible. And it seemingly goes around in a circle here. Throw an X-ray filter on this, and what does it reveal? We see some pixelation, the quality is poor, but this, I believe, is definitely real. It is not CGI, and I work with CGI, so I will tell you if I think this is CGI. It's going in a circle, and you know what, guys? It just cuts off at the end there, and I don't know why the video cuts off. This could be some type of drone with a light, and we can't just dismiss everything as, oh, that's a drone with a big light, because we don't know that for sure. So we see this flying around. It is definitely a UFO. I don't think it's a police helicopter because usually you see like some beacon lights flashing. We don't see any evidence of that, but we do know we can rule out meteor. We can rule out probably, most likely, we can rule out any large aircraft. So I have to just chalk this up to being a genuine UFO video. I'm surprised 1 million people did not check out this video. Let's take a look. I'm gonna highlight this guy's channel because I believe he's the source of the video. He gets full credit. Check out his channel. It's pretty awesome. He films the moon. I believe this is shot through a telescope. I reached out to him. I never heard back. Let's take a look. Now this video is from the John Leonard Walson channel. I used a moon video of his in the past, and he just likes to remain private. I guess he doesn't write me back. But I am using this as fair use, and this is very intriguing. According to this guy, this is from the UK. He's filming this commercial plane. It looks like a commercial plane. He says jet. He's filming the chemtrails here. You see the X, and then what catches his eye, and I believe this is shot through a telescope because most of his videos are, and there's some evidence of that. If you look to the right at one point, you'll see some darkening, like there's a circle there. I'm gonna cut right to the chase here, speed this up, and you see he sees this. I mean, this is really extraordinary. Look at this. Because it morphs, this is gonna morph. You see almost right here, I'm gonna stop it right there. You see to the right in the bottom there, you almost see like a dot. Like it almost looks like a wing that is translucent because it's so far up. And I start to look at this video and try to come up with some type of theory on what it may be. And it looks like balloons here dragging something. You see this line, something is in front transforming and morphing. You see that stuff with the dark edge and the light edges there. It's dark and then light. I have no answers. I came up with one thing that it could possibly be, but then I'm like, wait, it can't. My theory at first was, okay, this is maybe a plane with a banner with an ad on it, but this is way too high. That they wouldn't go that high. It's moving with purpose. So if you look at the beginning when it comes into frame, you got to understand this thing's turning. It does a turn. It turns around, a complete turn, and then it morphs into this. And then what's really helpful, and I was hoping it would go behind the trees. It's going to go behind these trees here. And I was hoping that when it goes behind these trees, that it doesn't start to pixelate and get funky, and it looks natural, like when I look through a lens and I film something high up in the sky, because then I would say, oh, this is CGI. You see, I'm using stabilization software here at the end, so we get a really good look when it goes through these trees again. If you go out today and you film a plane at a high altitude, you'll get the same results. You can duplicate this yourself. So we know the object's really there. At times it seems like when you see the tree branches that it is covering the tree branches, but in all reality it is not. It's because of the way the blur is and the way the lens is, and he's shooting probably through a telescope, long range. So this is actually behind the tree branches, because if I pause it here, you see it totally disappears. Now, unless this guy's pulling a fast one and he's really good at hoaxing and he's using some type of manipulation with real world elements, real world meaning not computer generated elements, to fool people and hoax people, he got me fooled, because I think this is genuine. These tree branches, I mean, this is really awesome. Go to the guy's channel. I'm giving him a plug. I mean, why not? I'm using this as fair use. And I love helping smaller YouTube channels, because let me tell you, nobody helped me. Nobody ever in their life helped me on my way up. Nobody. I started hearing from people when I was over like 70,000 subscribers. So I don't mind helping smaller channels, especially when I'm using their content as fair use. Why not? It looks kind of funny right here. I'm not going to lie. Right here, I got kind of worried. Right here, when you see it riding over that branch for so long, it almost looks like a reflection. But then it goes behind the thicker one. As far as this goes, this is the real deal in my opinion. So there you have it, guys. Go to his channel. He's got some really good moon images and something else he claims is an alien craft. So you want to probably go there and check it out. This UFO video is from October 2016. It's from Russia. It's very unusual. Let's analyze this. Let's take a look. Okay, this is from Russia. This is the Russian UFO, and I got concerns here. I played it in its entirety already. You heard the audio. I do have a concern here because I can probably duplicate this with After Effects. I could probably reduplicate this with optical flares and get very close to actually showing you the same thing. But let me just say, if a UFO flew over your head tonight and you had a CGI expert duplicate what you saw, does that mean what you saw is fake? You could duplicate this right here. This Russian UFO caught over some flats in Russia, some apartments, whatever you want to call them. It dips below behind there. If you want to look at the light right here, the light is in front of the apartment on the top left and on the bottom right. Does light behave that way when it's far away, or should it be behind the apartments? Haha, that's the question. You might want to weigh in with your opinion below. So you guys decide, you be the judge. I'm just giving my opinion on this. This one, I have some questions, but like I said, just because you can duplicate something doesn't mean it's fake. There's another really mysterious video. There's an object flying in the sky. Is it a bunch of balloons in a net, or is it a UFO? Let's take a look. This is very bizarre, because the channel I got this from, I was going to feature, give them a plug. It disappeared today. I kid you not. I'm going to show you that in a minute. Is this balloons or is this a real UFO hovering? That's my question. So I'm going to stabilize this for you. The original video was much longer. I don't know where the guy got it from on the original channel because his channel disappeared. I don't know where the original uploader is now. But anyway, if you see the grooves in this, I'm thinking balloons. That must be a massive amount of balloons. I did some research and here's what I got. You see those grooves? I'm thinking those waves and those grooves are a bunch of balloons together inside a net. Now, of course, I can be wrong. This is my opinion. Balloon drop nets. Just Google that and you'll see what I mean. But I'll show you. I did some research for you already. So you don't have to go anywhere. You can formulate your own opinion right now by watching this video. I got this for you. This guy has a bunch of balloons, 1,000 balloons in a net, and you'll see they're flying right there. See, they are flying in the net. Of course, he releases them from the net. Now, what if he would have let that go and it would have went high up? And as you see right here, there's a long net. If they're not released, they're going to fly in the net. So you're going to have this again. You're going to have that so-called UFO. My opinion is that that is balloons. The interesting thing is, look at this. I was literally subscribed to this guy. And look what it says now. Channel is gone. There's no more channel there. Isn't that weird? 6,000 subscribers, the channel disappears. And I wrote the guy, hey, can I use this? And I want to analyze this. And the next day after I wrote him, I never heard back. The channel's gone. What's up with that? Just more of a mystery right there. We're also going to look at a UFO video from Australia. Let's take a look. So this is in Australia. This is really interesting because you see this object hovering and it could be a star, and in the daytime you can see a star, but no, this is going to move, my friends. So on the right side you see the original upper left corner. On the right side you're going to see this object literally fly away. Of course this can be a drone, but still it is an unidentified flying object, and I cannot without a doubt say that is a drone. I have no idea. There's an object, it's hovering very high in the sky there. I don't know what it is. It's good that we have some perspective here. You see that? It's going right over the house. Look at that. That is cool. If I went outside and I saw that high up like that, I mean, there's no evidence of it being drones. We see no strobe lights blinking where we can identify, oh, okay, the Phantom drone uses a green and red light. We don't see any evidence of that. A lot of you guys been inundating me with a lot of mail about this. There's this weird sound in Jerusalem. There's a video. The sky opens up with some weird clouds. Let's take a look. A lot of people think this is real. Okay, so you saw the video and he followed it up with another, but this guy is a filmmaker, a CGI animator. If you look at the channel here, you'll see the fake tornado there. This guy's not hoaxing anybody. I'll tell you why. Film and animation. Every one of his videos is put under film and animation. So anyway, this guy's a filmmaker. He's got some other stuff, and that's it, guys. Okay, guys, let's take a look at this. This video was online. It's in Northern Lights. It's time-lapse of the Northern Lights in Iceland. And you see the star in the middle right there? That is not a UFO. That is actually a star, remember. So the stars are moving, but yet on the bottom left side, you see an object moving across the screen. We have no idea what that is. It's an orb. It's probably moving slow. If you slow it up to real speed, real time, there's no way to know what this is. It has no blinking lights. It's just flying. It's too slow to be a meteor, so we can definitely rule that out. I don't know what it is. That's what makes that video mysterious. It's a UFO. It's an unidentified flying object. I have no idea what that is. Pretty awesome to look at. Here is a UFO video from Northern California. Very interesting. There's a group of lights. Let's take a look.
What the f*** is that?
So this video had only 38 views when I first found it, and yeah, it's shot on a potato, horrible quality, and you see all these lights grouped up together. So you see this group of lights right here, guys. You see one light on the upper right side of the screen flying off. It's very hard to tell what this is right away. I'm looking for a structure on a building. The quality stinks, let's be honest, it really does, but There's something going on here that's mysterious. There's a bunch of lights hovering in the sky, looks like it's shot on his cell phone camera, and we have no idea on what they are. I bring it in right here, I'm looking for a structure, maybe a top of a building, maybe there's a bunch of lights, and then the one that's flying off might be a helicopter flying off from the top of the building, but there is no building. I cannot see a building, I can't see a structure. I have no idea what this is. Looks like real unidentified flying objects here. Now you start to think, okay, let's be analytical about this like we always are here. Let's throw some ideas out there. A bunch of drones hovered up flying together like that in the middle of the night, one flying off. I doubt it, guys.
Oh, what the?
So let me know what you guys think this is in the comments below. You decide. Yeah, I said you guys decide. So we're all here to watch UFO videos, right? Well, check this one out. This UFO video was sent by a viewer. So at first I'm thinking to myself, okay, this video is probably a balloon flying along in the wind. Let's look really closely, guys. So there's this object flying along here. Something really interesting happens. It kind of fades out. It looks like it blinks. Let's look at it really closely here. Now you can see the object kind of fade out, or is that light reflecting off of the object? That's what makes this video really interesting to me and mysterious. Sometimes cameras blur on the object, but right here, you don't see the house blurring, you don't see anything else in frame blurring, which would not make this mysterious anymore, because we'd be like, okay, this is probably a balloon flying along and it's all blurring together. So is that a reflection, or is it kind of fading out? This has to be classified as an unidentified flying object in my opinion. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. You see this thing flying along, it kind of blinks or it fades out almost. It seemingly fades out. When you pull it in, you can see the object is still there. It's almost like it wants to be invisible. It fades out. You see like the opacity of the object blinking. I think that's not CGI. There's no trickery. I think the object is really there. So this object is clearly hovering in the sky. Is this a UFO or is it a balloon? Let's check it out. So I'm looking at this real quick and it looked really interesting at first, but there's nothing that tells me that this is a drone. Somebody linked me into this and he wanted to know the answer. I really think this is probably a balloon. It looks interesting because you see a shape on top and then you see something hanging below it. And this is a case of another balloon probably being misidentified as a UFO. My opinion is that this is a balloon.
Definitely not a helicopter.
Here's a video of Men in Black. Is this the real thing? Let's take a look. Okay, so it's the middle of a night. There's a car driving along. It looks like it's shot on VHS tape. It doesn't look digital. And you see a bunch of men in black with suitcases. They're running here. They go off into the bushes on the side of the road. Really interesting stuff. It's creepy. It's cool to look at. Guys, I did some investigating. I did some researching around. According to this website right here, this was a video filmed and directed by someone for the band Radiohead. Yeah, guys, unfortunately, this isn't the real deal. On one of the videos on YouTube where this Men in Black video has a lot of views, you don't see this at the end. They cut it off before this happens. You see this guy's wearing a mask. It looks like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer without the red nose. You see the antlers. You see it's an animal's head. But it's not real. You see the guy far away with a flare. According to this website, this was a Radiohead band music video. Hey, YouTube, so today I'm going to do something different. I'm going to take a look at 5 UFO transport sightings caught on camera. Number 5. For most of this video, we see a large object being transported by this truck. I believe it's from the UK. You notice it's really big. The music is playing and it's copyrighted and there's commercials in it. Towards the end of the video, he turns down the music and he speaks.
That is pretty weird. What the f*** is that?
Number 4.
Okay, I've got video going. You can just drive by.
No. Pull up right behind him. I want to know what it is.
No.
Dad, we're not screwing with it.
Go by
Just
slow,
go by
though.
it.
Go by slow.
Okay, but can I ask him what it is?
Okay, just...
Dad, we're gonna get killed by the government now.
Not.
No, we're not.
It's a logical thing, I'm sure.
Excuse us? No.
Okay.
Men in Black.
Yeah, oh my god!
Oh,
This is
my
the most
God! A UFO!
that video because you were recording that whole time.
Waved her off.
Whoa, so that is pretty awesome. If I saw that, I would totally film it. Let's keep on watching. Go to the video description below and see the links on where I got these videos. We call them UFOs, but yet they are on trucks and they're being transported. So again, I'm not saying these are all alien. They look like flying saucers. So this was a family. They're on their way to Big Bend, Texas. As they approach Marfa, this is what happened. You could hear the family's reaction. They're like, oh my goodness. Number 3. These 2 silver discs, they're being transported at night. I have no idea what time. So here, this is an old one. This has been on the internet for a couple of years, but things are being transported. You have to figure there's some top secret military technology that must be transported at some point. With all the cell phone cameras out there, people are going to catch some of this stuff, and that's what makes this interesting. Number 2.
Recording right now. Yeah, I get it.
What it is. Hard saying not knowing, nigga. Elisha keeps texting me. What's up? You called?
I'm calling this sideways saucer. In the video description, you see that this is near Hood Canal Bridge. So I did a quick search online. The Hood Canal Bridge is a floating bridge located in the U.S. state of Washington that carries Washington State Route 104 across Hood Canal and connects the Olympic and Kitsap Peninsulas. So is that a ride or a piece of machinery? What do you guys think? Number 1.
I don't know what that is right there. That looks like a freaking UFO right there.
I'm sure some of you have seen some of these. Hopefully you see something new in here. Most of these videos here today, except number 3, are more recent. So this guy claims on number 1 here, FBI cars were in the front and back of this UFO transport. There's no evidence indicating that, but that's the witness testimony. And if that is the case, that is incredible. Hey guys, Rick from Look Now TV here. So the really interesting thing is drones are now catching UFOs on camera. So we're going to be looking at some of that today. These are 5 UFOs caught on drone cameras. Number 5. You see it really quick. It looks like a solid object. It comes flying by really fast. Now, a lot of people have theories. It's unidentified. I cannot identify it. I can only speculate what it is. So there you have it. That is a genuine UFO. And unfortunately, the person that uploaded this to YouTube did not put a location down, so the location is unknown. Looks like it's a really rural area. Looks like it could be in Europe, could be the US. I have no idea. Number 4. So this is Essex, England. I covered this before a couple months ago. This was only uploaded to MUFON. I didn't see it anywhere else before that, and here we go again. I had my own theories on what this could be, but this had to be a part of today's countdown. I don't think that's a bird. It's flying really fast. I just think that is just a straight up UFO. I had my theories about it being, and I thought maybe, oh, it could be a seed or a cattail. I went into a whole thing where it could possibly be a cattail, but I have no evidence or any proof of that, so it has to be classified as a UFO. Number 3. This was around, uploaded, a lot of people uploaded this to YouTube. It looks like an orb. Sometimes you'll see something almost elongated enough where it looks like a rod. Some people think rods are interdimensional creatures. Let's have one more look. You could almost see a fuzzy shape. If you look at the top, it doesn't look solid. So that is up for debate. What do you guys think? Something there. That drone caught something. Who knows what that is? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Put it back and forth there. Upper right hand corner is the original. Number 2. Okay, this is the farm UFO. This is fast, it's sudden. I read some comments, people think it's a bird, others may say it's a bug. I have no idea what it is. Now with more and more drone footage coming out, are we gonna see more phenomenon like this? Probably. They're close to being an orb-like shape. We can only guess what they are, and this is aerial phenomenon, and we want to see something extraordinary here. So we're going to look at the drone UFO footage and we're going to study it. We're going to look for answers. I put all the source links below in the video description. It seemingly comes out of those trees over there. So I thought that was interesting enough to put in the video today. Number 1. And here it is, number 1. I read some reports where it's supposedly 200 miles per hour. It changes its trajectory, and you're gonna see this. I'm gonna pull it in because it's really fast here. Slowed up a little bit. It changes direction. It looks like a white orb. It's kind of herky-jerky a little bit. So there's going to be a lot of people saying this is quite possibly a seagull or a bird, but wow, it is flying really fast, whatever it is. So here I noticed while I'm analyzing with you in the technology that I'm using in the editing software that it kind of makes another left right there. You see at the very end, it changes its position, it turns around, kind of looks a little long there, almost like a rod UFO, and then it's going to turn around here, as you see. But then, which nobody's talking about, nobody really got into that much. I guess they didn't pull it in enough. I put a sharpened filter on it, and you're gonna see it turn to the left at the very end of the video here, and it kind of just fades off. Now it just turns off, and where it goes, I have no idea. Does it go underwater? Does it submerge itself? Does it just disappear? It's hard to tell because of the quality. These long-range UFOs are very hard to tell on what they are, and that's just a fact. But we do know this is unidentified, and it's flying, so this makes it an unidentified flying object. Whether you think it's a interdimensional creature, alien biological creature, who knows? Look at that, it turns to the left at the very end and disappears. So what do you guys think? Are these extra-dimensional creatures? Are they alien? Are they an unknown life form? Or are they just bugs flying close to camera lenses producing a rod effect? Let me know in the comments below. I opened up my mailbox today and I got an awesome video from Sweden. Well, something mysterious is caught on camera on the moon in September 2016. Right now, brand new video. You guys got to check this out. A guy films in 4K the moon. At first I didn't know what he was talking about. I really looked at it. There's something shimmering on the moon. There's a light source, and this guy, I looked at his other videos. He's a new YouTube channel. It looks like he's an avid UFO hunter. He has some interesting videos. I suggest you go over there. We're looking at this video here. I believe he's talking in Swedish because he's from Sweden. And you see he has the moon here. This was in 4K. It's uploaded. The original source link is below. I thank him for submitting this to me exclusively as far as I know. He sends this video in, he's searching for this object, and look, there it is. I want you guys to keep watching because after this I produced a video about moon bases, and that's coming up. I'm gonna actually stabilize this video because it's really herky-jerky. I don't sense any trickery going on. This is legitimate. There's something sparkling and shimmering on the moon. It's really there, guys. Look at that. We have to throw theories out there. Now, if you believe this is some type of moon base where the sun is reflecting off it, that might be a possibility, but this is really odd because it's in the shadow of the moon. I looked at a lot of moon videos. I haven't seen this duplicated.
Jag ser något skumt där på månen alltså. Jag ser något jävligt skumt alltså. Typ ett torn eller någonting som håller på att reflektera, eller så är det ett UFO där.
I might be wrong, but I'm seeing here is something really extraordinary. It's really mysterious. We have to throw some filters on this, right? We want to see what this is. You see the sparkling, the glimmering? There is an actual light source coming off the moon. It's not a plane. It's not moving. It's not anything hovering in front of the moon. It would be out of focus. This is on the moon. I believe this is on the moon. It's coming off of the moon. Look at that. There's no explanation. It's a real mystery. Is this some type of moon base, some type of technology on the moon? Now, if you don't believe in any of this, you just flat out are going to say, hey, you're crazy. A lot of people are going to assume that. I can take criticism like this.
Ser att det är någonting där i det svarta.
Du tittar då.
Där. Vad jag har i.
Ja, men filma då.
Jag försöker med.
Filma med dig.
Jag ska gå tillbaka. Vänta lite. Ta bort den. Kom hit, kolla. Jag ska...
So guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm really excited about this video. You don't want to miss this video, guys. A couple of months ago, I did this video. Not everybody saw it. I got a lot of new subscribers. So check this video out. You might have missed it. This all ties in to the video from Sweden that we're looking at here today. Is this new evidence of a moon base? Hey YouTube, thanks for watching. I'm Rick from Look Now TV. Tower of Babel mission Zond 3, photo ID frame 25. On July 20th, 1965, the Soviet space probe Zond 3 became the second spacecraft to view the far side of the moon. On this mission, it took some of the very first high-quality pictures on the dark side of the moon, but one of the 29 images that could be sent back to Earth showed an anomaly that still perplexes many researchers. Dubbed the moon's Tower of Babel, the huge tower-shaped object can clearly be seen protruding from the surface. Whether it's a building, a geological formation, or some kind of luminous object in movement, or simply a printing defect, the debate continues as astronomers say that it cannot be seen on the rest of the reel, while some UFO researchers argue that it is visible on other photos like Apollo 10's AS10-32-4856. Now I was looking into that and I found some incredible video from an amateur astronomer. The link will be below. If it doesn't have third-party source links below, it's probably a hoax. So watch out, guys. This is for real. I didn't create this for an illustration with CGI. This is a third-party video. This guy's got his telescope pointed at the moon, and this is incredible. Check it out, guys. We can see this object protruding just like the object you saw on the photographs previous. This is amazing. I mean, this is incredible. It's absolutely real. This is for real, guys. If you look really closely, you'll even see the shadows on the moon. This guy did a great job. Let's take a closer look. This object must be huge. I mean, we're talking about the moon here. This is a guy probably in his backyard shooting this. This guy is at home shooting this. He's looking at the moon through his telescope, and look at this tremendous object. It's gigantic. It's just like the tower we saw in the previous photos. That is like really there. That is a solid structure. It's there. It's not created with CGI. It's for real. It's really there. Believe it. Now, while I'm on this, because that is incredible, I mean, I could talk about that all day. Let's just take a look at the pyramid photo. Pyramid on the moon. This was Apollo 17. The photo ID will be in the description. During the final mission of NASA's Apollo program that landed the first humans on the lunar surface, the Apollo 17 crew took a photo near the region called Geophone Rock. This photo would later raise many questions. The photo was officially categorized as being blank in the Apollo 17 Photographic Index. The NASA-LPI online archive doesn't even mention it at all. But despite clearly suffering from excessive light exposure, adjusting the light effects will reveal a mysterious shape. Also known as the geophone rock anomaly, the pyramidal structure appearing here remains a source of mystery and controversy to this day. Now, with everybody having computers and Photoshop, everybody now can take a look at this photo, they can adjust it themselves, and they can see a pyramid shape. I, for one, believe NASA is covering something up. In the Look Now TV mail today, I got a video from Russia. There's a telescope and there's two orbs flying in front of the moon. Let's take a look. I sped this up for time purposes. It's really slow, it's really long. Go to the video description below and you can see the video in its entirety. I put an X-ray filter on this real quick and I turned down the exposure. You can see there's two objects and I noticed there's a bug. It flies across the screen here. Alright, maybe it's a bird. It looks like an insect. You see the wings, it's really blurry. It's close to the camera. These two other objects floating along here, I'm looking at them to see if I see any flapping, because right away I'm thinking wings. I'm looking for birds. There's really no evidence of this being birds, so I'm going to say these are UFOs. I don't know what they are. They're unidentified, right? We're looking for authentic evidence of UFOs, unidentified flying objects, and I can't tell what these are. I see they change trajectory. They're definitely not balloons, because they're not going with the wind. You can see they turn right here and they go from right to left. Now, are two people flying drones at night with no lights on them? They're either birds, because insects, they look like they're far away from the camera. They don't look too close. They're either some kind of birds or drones. I cannot identify these two objects, so I'll say they are UFOs. I get a lot of links. I really appreciate it. So someone linked me into this and they want to know, do I think this is authentic? Let's take a look. Okay, so sometimes we gotta have some fun, right? This is definitely a hoax. This is supposedly in 1982. This is floating around the internet. You see a cow being abducted. The cattle mutilation phenomenon some people think is very real. So someone went and created this video. There's a cow model. It gets sucked up into a UFO. I believe this is 100% without a doubt a hoax. It's fake. It's not real for many reasons. It looks like this cow is a model and it gets sucked up into this UFO and the UFO flies off. Totally not real. What do you guys think? Do you think that's real? If you think it's real, hey, that's your opinion. My opinion is this is definitely a hoax. Not only did this video look fake to me, but I did some digging on the internet. According to some sources, and I'll put a link in the description, this video was a part of a Japanese dairy farming milk commercial advertisement that the client apparently rejected, but the creator of the video thought it was too good and thought it would be a waste of time, so why not recycle it and throw it out there on the internet? Some people really thought this is real, so I hope this clears things up. And again, you decide.
What you are about to see is a video from 1983 that happened to catch an unforgettable, shocking event.
The ironic thing is, drones are being misidentified for UFOs, but the drones are capturing UFOs on their cameras. So today we're going to look at 4 mysterious UFOs caught on drone cameras. Number 4. Aerial phenomena is happening, and we can see it happening here in many UFO videos that pop up on the internet. Now, back in the day, there was actually an aerial phenomena research organization. It was a UFO research group that started in January 1952 by Jim and Carol Lorenzen. The Aerial Phenomenon Research Organization stressed scientific field investigations and had a large staff of consulting PhD scientists. A notable example was Dr. James E. McDonald of the University of Arizona, a well-known atmospheric scientist and perhaps the leading scientific UFO researcher of his time. I'll put the link of the Aerial Phenomena Research Organization information below in the video description. A lot of this stuff is very real to a lot of people. You see that fast-moving object right there? The first video I did like this was 5 UFOs caught on drone cameras, and I compared one of them maybe to cattails because it was in a farm area. Seeds do float and fly in the air. This cannot be 100% identified. That's why it's in this video. We're all here to just look and investigate, and it's very interesting and it's very mysterious, and it's fun to make these videos too, I'm gonna be honest. So look at this. We go close and we can clearly see this is not a bird. There's a white object here. It can be argued that it's possibly aerodynamic. Number 3. So this drone UFO video is from Norway. A lot of these drone videos are very sudden. I'm looking at this for like the third time as I'm recording this. This has a very unusual movement. It almost looks like a string. Let's take a closer look at this, guys. Now again, this is a UFO. I am not saying this is alien. I'm not saying this is ET. Some people believe there's biological UFOs. Others believe that there's interdimensional beings that are visiting. If you do believe in a paranormal, this could be a very unusual thing. Or if you're just looking at this really quick without an open mind, you might just say, hey, that is a bug, dude. What are you talking about? And I totally get that. I'm just looking and I want to find out, but see right here, it looks like a string. From what I'm seeing right here in this still, it looks like it's the shape of a worm flying around in the sky. So that is unidentified, my friends. That's an unidentified flying object, and that's why it's in this video. Very interesting. I'm going to call this the Norway worm UFO. Number 2. Okay, this is another interesting one. This is in Canada. Fast moving object. I mean, they're all pretty fast, but this is really, really fast. So here we go. We highlighted here for you, and boom, it flies directly underneath the camera. That is very interesting. Canadian fast flying UFO. A lot of these objects seem to be light. It's white. It could be anything, right? I mean, that's a UFO. It's flying towards the camera. It seemingly goes directly under the camera. And as we slow this up, we're going to look for more details. Very fast. Very sudden, comes out of nowhere. It's way above the tree line. I don't think it's any type of bugs flying out of a tree. I see no wings flapping, no movement like that. I mean, it's so fast, it's so sudden. It's very hard to formulate an opinion of what exactly this object is. So again, there you go. It's another unidentified flying object. Guys, if you see drone videos like this with UFOs in them or anything unusual, anything extraordinary, just link me in. Extraordinary, extraordinary. I like saying extraordinary. That's the way I say it. Someone asked me because it sounds cool for me. Extraordinary. If you see anything extraordinary, please send it in to me. Link me in, and if it's really outstanding and really mysterious, I will show it. Now let's put some filters on this real quick. It doesn't give us too much of a shape. It's hard to identify. Number 1. This is normal speed. Very clear out. Here we go. We're reversing it. I didn't put those graphics, just so you know. The person that made the video, he published it with those graphics. So you might want to take a look into the video description at the original video here, but we're going to run some deeper analysis on it, throw some filters on this, and see what we can find. Like during the making of this video, if I see a bird and I really think it looks like a bird, I reviewed it a couple times before I decided to put it into this top 5, but I will tell you what I think this is. Throw some filters on it, X-ray filter. I'll put the exposure down on it. Again, this looks very similar to the past video of drone UFOs. Tried to find an explanation, and I compared some cattail seeds flying in the sky, and I showed you what those look like. If I had to go with something, it looks very much like that. It's during the summer, maybe late spring. If there's any type of seed release, I don't know. I mean, this is totally bizarre. It's very high up, and you have this object flying. It's clearly not a bird. We can make out this looks like almost like a fuzzy, like a bunch of cotton clumped up flying. If I had to describe it as something, and it doesn't look too dense, it's kind of see-through, I could tell you, hey, this is probably cattail seeds. But again, I can't 100% say that. I mean, this thing's flying way high above the trees at a higher altitude. There's an unknown location, and we just have something unusual flying there. There's not a bunch of it. If there's tons of it flying, then we can possibly identify this. So who knows what this is? Oh, really nice shot though. Look at the beauty landscape. I mean, it's just really beautiful. Green trees. I'm assuming in a little monitor, if he has a monitor, the person flying this drone doesn't realize that there's an object there. And I think he probably discovered it in post, meaning when he dumped the video into the computer and then he noticed this. You see this light. We're going to really take a look at this. You see an orb, a light. There's a light source here. The drone turns to the left and then the right, and then it goes up and down, and you're going to see this. We're going to really highlight it, slow it up, take a look at it. This could possibly be another drone. This could possibly be a helicopter or a plane. So it's going to scroll back up, but I do believe I see a light blink on it. I'm not quite sure. I'm going to actually slow it up, and we're going to review this together to find this out. The original video is over 3 minutes long. You see the light. It's unfortunate. The camera pans down. It was on it. I don't think this person saw that. He probably didn't have a monitor, like I said, so he didn't see this little white dot flying. See, it's flying right there. It's a populated area. There could be an airport close by. Again, it could be classified as a UFO because we see no wings. We don't see commercial plane lights, green, red blinking lights, or any phantom drone lights. We have no idea what this is. So it is mysterious. It remains a mystery. It definitely is unidentified. Wait a minute. I just discovered something in this video. There's something that looks like a helicopter. Okay, you be the judge on that. I realized as I'm making this, I never looked at this. At 155, boom. I stop it right here, and it looks like a helicopter. There's see, the back light, it looks orange, and the front light looks a little greenish. I'm seeing the back light go up, like on a helicopter they do that, right? They go up a little bit, and then you got the main light. You be the judge. I actually would like to hear what you think of that. Is that a helicopter? Okay guys, this was going to be in the top 5, and this is going to be bonus footage at the end of this video if you're sticking around. So there you have it guys, 4 mysterious UFOs caught on drone cameras.
Stand up. Put your hands up, I'm not going to tell you again.
So you guys want to be YouTubers and you want to make viral videos, all you have to do is go to Area 51. This guy's channel is dedicated to going to Area 51. They got motorcycles, they go up to Area 51 security, the camo dudes strike again. Let's check it out.
Camo dude. Dude! Those are for sure camo dudes. That was crazy! Yeah. Put your hands up. I'm not going to tell you again. Turn around.
This is serious, guys. Armed Area 51 security camo dudes can shoot you. I mean, this is absolutely crazy.
Spread your feet. Spread your feet. I know. Listen, we're going to give you guys a chance, okay? Get on your bikes, get the f*** out of here. We'll call Lincoln County, and they'll write you each a $750 ticket. Okay. We're out of here. Thank you.
Looks like a giant UFO. Let's take a closer look. Hey guys, so this is a really interesting video. Here we have what looks like it could be a boomerang UFO. So what we do is on the right side, we analyze this. I pull it in. I'm even going to put a stabilizer on it. So right away, we're going to compare a flock of birds. Because we want answers, right? We want to know what this is. So is this an unidentified flying object, a military secret object flying? Person that filmed this did a good job, especially if they were driving. I wouldn't condone this. They hold it pretty good. It looks like it's a cell phone camera because it's vertical. Now there you go. I put an X-ray filter on it with a little exposure turned down. It almost looks like a solid structure, but when we pull it in, this could be a flock of birds for sure. Gotta be honest, gotta be analytical. This is what this show is about. Real amateur UFOs. We're not looking for siege. Well, occasionally I will show something outrageous because this is a UFO news show, a hybrid show. This is new media, guys. This is Look Now TV 2016 and it's new media. I opened the editing suite. When I introduced these videos, I didn't know what was in this video yet. I was curious too. See, if you look at the regular shot, I'm also going to give a plug here. I just want to give a plug. This channel helped me get some of these videos together and they didn't even know it actually, and it made it easier for me to produce this particular video because they had a lot of these MUFON cases already in there. Texas UFOs, there you go, there's a plug for you. I appreciate the help. They unknowingly helped me today. Go there and subscribe because I reviewed the channel and it looked like it's on up and up. I wish I had someone helping me out when I first started. Really, it was a long way up, let me tell you, and I'm not even that big, to be quite honest. On YouTube today, there's people with millions and millions of subscribers, but I appreciate everything. Believe me, I appreciate it. This is just phenomenal. This is fun. I love producing these videos. You see the power lines there? It's definitely real. It's not CGI. There's no way. Especially that, because they're not going to take the time to put it behind all those power lines. That's a lot more work. That's a whole nother story. You decide. You be the judge. I throw my opinion, my theory out there, but we're all looking at these because we want to know the truth. We want to see some extraordinary evidence. So in Switzerland, this looks like a giant UFO. It's a triangle. Let's take a closer look. So this is an interesting video. This is supposedly from Switzerland. It's a Swiss UFO. We see a UFO there. Looks like a triangle UFO. It's behind a gate. Now it's so pixelated, it's so difficult to tell these days. So I threw it in the editing suite here and we're gonna look together and come to some type of conclusion, hopefully, on what we think this is. I never know what I'm going to see, guys. That's the great thing about this. I put it into the Look Now TV production suite, and sometimes we get answers. Sometimes what I think is a UFO, I've done this before, and I left it in a show, and I'm enthusiastic about a UFO sighting, a UFO video, and then I get in here into the production suite, and I start editing, and I look at it, and I come to another conclusion. There is no absolutes. This could be the real thing, or it could be CGI. Now we're slowing it down here. We'll even stabilize it. I have no idea what that is. It looks like a triangle UFO. We see a flash, it disappears. With CGI and computer trickery, it gets easier to produce when the quality is less. So there's a lot of pixels. It's very hard to see. It's not clear. So I'm going to leave this one up to you guys. You guys be the judge. I'll throw what I think this is out there. I think this is, you would assume that this is some type of plane. If this is real, this is definitely a UFO, an unidentified flying object. It just looks like it seemingly fades out or flies off. It could be CGI. Very difficult to tell. Pixelated. We'll throw a stabilizer on it real quick. I'm actually doing this live. I'm going to editorialize myself. When you see this video, I'm going to throw my voiceover on it. Okay, so I just stabilized this and see if we get any answers. I would like a definitive answer here. I really would. Really pixelated. The lights do match the street lights. They look very identical, which is a good sign. So this could be the real deal. I could be wrong. I'm going to call that a UFO. So guys, is this a UFO or is it Venus? I took a quick look. Let's take this UFO video to the editing suite and see what we can find out.
This spot has been in the same place for almost an hour. Hasn't moved, just turns and twists. And it's a bright square. Planes fly by. A military plane has flown by. I'm not sure. You just can't see it on this until I zoom. And it is probably 24,000 feet, and it looks self-illuminated.
Okay, this is really interesting. Now, this could be many things. Is this a UFO or is it Venus? Venus is the second brightest object in the night sky. At its peak, Venus outshines Sirius, the most brilliant star, by a factor of 15. Only the moon surpasses our sister planet, yet Venus is routinely mistaken for an airplane, a satellite, or even an alien spaceship. From around the world, 3 of 5 bright planets appear in the evening sky as darkness falls in October 2016. Venus, Saturn, and Mars. One other bright planet is Mercury. It appears before dawn early in the moon. One other bright planet, Mercury, appears before dawn early in the moon. Mercury is near the sunrise point and most easily seen from the northern hemisphere. So guys, what is this? Is this person looking at one of these planets? Could this be Venus? That was the question. It looks like he has a telescope. There's a scope here. We see a dark ridge, and I'm going to try to even this out as much as I can. We'll zoom in on it. To be quite frank, now that I zoomed it in, it looks like it's probably Venus or one of the planets because it has that little, it just has that look. That being said, I'm not 100% sure, but the odds are, in my opinion, that is a planet and probably Venus. This was, I believe, on MUFON originally. Now, there's this light orb. 3, they appear to be 3. It looks like a reflection of some sort. I don't know what this is. If you look at the lower portion of the reflection there, it goes over the deer for a second, I believe. Let's look at this. Now, there's a little light blinking. It could be house lights way out there. There's one on the left and there's one on the right. There's a light blinking, so automatically I'm thinking things are okay. Maybe there's a guy shooting a laser at a camera, but it wouldn't look like that. See right there, it touches the deer and it looks like it's overlaying the deer, and it's not in that world, meaning it's not reflecting around the deer. I think this is a direct reflection into this camera lens, but what's causing the reflection is an enigma. That's the mystery. What is causing this reflection? Is this the guy, I guess, his hunting camera up, his wildlife camera at night? Is he doing this and uploading it just for whatever reason to MUFON? Just a unique video. I figured I'd put that in there today. What do you think? I want to know what you guys think in the comments below. I got a UFO video from Texas. Let's take this into the editing suite and see what we can find out. You can see the sun on the horizon there, very low to the left. And you see above it, you see this. Again, there's copyrighted music, but I'm going to play his reaction at the very end. This object, let's stabilize it. Without a doubt, 100% real. It is authentic. This has to be classified as a UFO. Does that mean it's an alien craft? I'm not saying that.
It's a UFO.
I always say for people that want to look for UFOs, go out in the evening or when the sun rises. You can easily misidentify objects when the sun is setting or rising as UFOs. So the good thing about this video is we're all looking for unidentified flying objects. That's why we're here. This is an unidentified flying object because I can only speculate and guess what that really is and still not be correct. That is a UFO. That is the real deal. I don't think there's any trickery or reflection from the inside of a car, a reflection from a window. I think that is really there and it's very mysterious. I came across this video today. You guys got to see this. It's actually really funny. Be careful, guys, where you fly your drones. This is why. So here we go, guys. We have a drone camera and it's not getting a UFO. We have an angry farmer. Not too much is known about this video. I got this today. It's October 2016. The guy's enraged. He probably feels like his property is being violated. He's a farmer. It looks like it's in Europe. I don't know where this is at the moment. I just don't know. I don't have the details. He shoots it and a drone crashes. That is absolutely crazy. The farmer runs out and he shoots the drone down. A lot of my viewers, you guys are awesome. You submit me drone videos of UFOs and some of you guys just submit your videos of drones. Be careful where you're flying those drones. I'm gonna just put that out there.